I wanted to show you something new that's coming at the end of this month. It's not bad, it's not complicated, but we got a little warning on this change, and there won't be a chance to train everybody. I don't think this will take a lot of training. I hope this video suffices. If not, let us know. Just like with your Mac or Windows operating software at home, from time to time we have to do upgrades. As you know, we went to Meditech Client Server 5.66 last summer, and our latest upgrade is called the Priority Pack 8. We have to use it because it includes many changes that allow us to meet certain meaningful use rules and for our portal to work and so on. Well, it turns out Meditech does not give us a manual or a lot of direction on what's coming, and some of the things we find just by our own IT staff practicing and using the product to see what they've discovered. Along the way, they found that the assessment and plan section of our office notes is going to look different. It's not bad, it's not more complicated. In fact, many of you might like this a lot better, but still I didn't want it to be a surprise to you, so I wanted to show it to you. So here I have a patient named Kim Test. This is not a real patient. And I'm using the ENT template, of course, but your templates in your specialty will look very similar. And the screen is green because the test system is green. If you were working in live, it will be the blue screen that you're used to seeing. Well, here I am at the end of my note, and I'm ready to enter my plan. And right off the bat, it gives me two choices that I didn't have before. I can either plan by assessment, or I can do a consolidated plan. What does this mean? Plan by assessment would be where one diagnosis would be listed, and then underneath it all the medications and orders that go with that diagnosis. And then a separate diagnosis is listed, and underneath that, again, orders that go with that diagnosis, and so on. I'll show you both ways. Right now I'm going to do consolidated plan. So let me add a couple problems. Let's say this patient has otitis externa of the left ear, and being a modern provider getting ready for ICD-10, note that I include the side, but that's not the purpose of today's discussion. And well, they have a headache. So those are my two problems. Now I want to write some orders. For the headache, I'm just going to renew this acetaminophen order here. And you know what? I want to associate that with the diagnosis. I'll do a little slower on the next one. And for the otitis externa, let's choose a medication. I'm going to use Ciprodex. I want to associate that with my diagnosis of otitis externa of the left ear. Oh, what the heck. Let's also get a culture of that left ear, so we have a test in there. Culture of the ear fluid and gram stain. Put in the diagnosis. And while we're at it, let's get a CAT scan of the head for the headache. Okay, so I've got 4 orders. I've got 2 medications and 2 tests. We'll save it. I don't want to send this to the pharmacy since this is not a real patient. All right, now we're back to our note. So again, I got my 2 diagnoses, headache, otitis externa. I have all my orders, the Ciprodex, the Tylenol, culture of the ear, CT of the head. Maybe I want to write some notes. So there's this new note box. You don't have to open anything special like we did before. Okay, so I wrote a note. If you prefer, you can edit this in full screen mode. I don't see a huge advantage. But you can write your note there. Or you can just type it in the boxes you just saw me do. Here's something new we haven't explored, we haven't approved it, we haven't ruled out using it. But there is this get text box. And it looks like there's some information already filled in for us that we can use. Just for the fun of it, I counseled the patient about footwear. Let's see what that looks like. Counseled on appropriate footwear. So it inserted a sentence for me. All right, let's see what that would look like. I'll hit the preview button. Okay, assessment and plan. And this is similar to what we've been seeing all along now. We've got 2 diagnoses, headache, otitis externa. I've got all the free text stuff that I just typed in, and also that line on footwear. I have my medications and my 2 tests. All well and good. I'm going up here, I'm going to click this, and I could have clicked this right from the get-go. I didn't have to wait till this point. Plan by assessment. Ah, now look what it's done. Now it's separated the diagnoses out. Each diagnosis has a text box, and the medications associated with it, and the tests associated with it. So first comes headache. I could type in here then comes otitis externa. These previous notes that I wrote, they're sort of hanging out here free. I don't want them there anymore. I'll just delete them. Now let's see what that looks like. We'll go to preview. Okay. Now under our assessment and plan, we have our first diagnosis, headache. We have my free text notes. We have the medication, the test that I ordered, in this case a CT scan. Then we have a separate diagnosis, otitis externa of the left ear, my free text material, my medication, my test. I know some of us prefer to document one way and some of us prefer to document the other way. The good news is that now we can do both ways.